That means that you start to have that very serious and for many people very uncomfortable conversation. Then you also have the very thing that you've said now, when you're then looking into a decision that you make in the future at the ballot. How many people are scrutinizing or interrogating this thing that you have said and say, we really need to start to look at how we make choices on certain things? How many people are ready to have that conversation vis-a-vis the hunger that they have in their bellies, vis-a-vis the children that they're looking at home and have not gone to school? And somebody comes up to you and offers you 500 shillings to solve a today problem.
500 shillings is too much.
Well, there you go. To solve a today problem.
50, Bob.
How do we get out of that?
Yeah.
And here we are saying the very same people who are depending on 50 shillings, for example, because there's a lot of people who are depending on that 50 shillings. And it's provided to you by the person who, by golly, should not be the one in that position of representation, but they do because they have the power of the purse, right? How do we start to have that conversation when it's against the sacrifice, or rather against the altar of survival? How do we do that?
So one of my favorite musical artists is called Sam Cooke. And before he was killed, he had composed a song called Change Is Gonna Come. And change is not easy, because he did this song in the 70s, if I'm not wrong. But he had envisioned a situation where one day, one time, things will be better in America, and of course for me, I link that, for example, to the presidency of someone like Barack Obama, and I think now that we have got a prospective first female president in the United States with Kamala Harris, and we've also had examples in Africa, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Suluhu Hassan and others. These are not things that we ever thought would happen. But I think, to your question, to address societal challenges is not always a very comfortable or easy, situation. Unless, of course, you go maybe the dictatorship, the benevolent dictatorship approach.
Yeah.
For example, people like, say, Kagame. People say Kagame is a dictator. For me, I see him totally different. I don't know about his, but I go to Kigali, I'm proud, I'm impressed. I can see a very clean city, can see certain
safe city,
certain mannerisms. For example, you jump the lights, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You don't talk about tribalism and all that. Back in my student days, when I was in the UK, I remember Tony Blair that time as a prime minister. He started speaking about certain bad manners of the British people. Obesity.